Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like all the participants have finally entered the hall, and so we would like to ask you now to turn your attention to the right side of the stage, where Miss Shunte Adachi, a well-known calligrapher and engraver, character engraver, will draw a kanji character for you. This is the starting point of Shunte Adachi's character writing. Today, she will show us the basics of drawing and making kanji characters using special ink. In general, there are 3 processes for making the ideal ink design, but today, due to time restraints, she will only show us the 3rd and final stage of the process, the last stage. The ink spreads across the canvas or paper and bleeds slowly into the paper. This process altogether takes about 6 minutes, and the preparation is about 3 minutes. Just a slight difference in temperature or humidity can change the entire impact of the drawing or image. She uses her fingers to break down the grain in the ink in order to produce and guarantee the best color. However, she cannot use the ink immediately. It's important to leave it for a short time to get the best effect. After adding another special ink prepared beforehand in order to show you this in time, Shunte will achieve the best results she desires, but with this kind of writing you can never be sure. She now mixes the blended ink with water before she begins to write. This process is very short, and she must take great care. Now you can see how the particles mix with the water. Sometimes, Shunte says she sighs because she can't quite get the perfect image. She says, I still have a long way to go. She's still mixing water with the ink to get the perfect mix. She tests the color using this paper. Writing and drawing kanji characters in Japan is a very articulate process. It takes many years to develop to perfection. For this occasion, Shunte has chosen the Chinese character sakura, which means cherry blossom, because it is one of the main flowers in Japan and because it blooms in the springtime. So this is the perfect season to choose that character. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Ms. Shuntie Arachi. And right now we're going to interview a few people and ask what their impression was of this. Mitsuko-san?
先生、大変お疲れ様でした。本当にありがとうございました。素晴らしい。皆さんも感動してらっしゃると思いますけれども、どうですか？すごくエネルギーをお使いになりますか？
あんまりね、普段しないんですけど、今日はこの日のために墨をね、ずっと案じておりましたので、ちょっと緊張が ちょっと程よくというか高まりすぎたぐらいかしら。
Well, I asked,
手が震え
this
ちゃいま
is
したよ。
a great performance, and it seems that all the audience was so impressed. And I asked her whether she consumed a lot of energy, and she said, "Yes, usually I don't do this kind of thing, but now today's a very special event, and I did it for you, and it was so exciting, and I was very much worried about the blend of the ink, but I was very nervous, but it seemed all right." ではちょっとご質問させていただきたいというふうに思うんですけども、Now, on behalf of the audience, I just like to ask a couple of questions. Well, first of all, このようなパフォーマンス先生はよくされるんですか？
私ね、日本ではしないんですよね。海外で日本の本当の墨の色、みんな日本の人もそうですけど、墨は黒って思ってるんだけど、墨はね薄めるといろんな色があるってことを本当に知ってもらいたい。私にとっては当たり前なんですけど、にじみと色、それの本当の綺麗なものを見てもらいたいっていうのがあって、今回は外国に行ったつもりで、海外のお客様が多いので海外に行ったつもりでやりました。
Well, usually I wouldn't do this kind of thing in Japan. Well, when I go abroad, I sometimes do because I would like to show the Japanese culture, and then also people simply believe that ink is black, but it isn't. You can see that there are the differences in variations in color. So in order to let many people know the beauty of the Japanese culture, I sometimes do this kind of performance abroad. But this is we're here in Japan, but this is a special event, and it seems that there are so many guests from abroad. So just for you, this is a special event I did, even in Japan. で先生、この作品なんですけども、今だいたい2、3分ぐらい時間をお使いになったと思うんですが、それでも随分お疲れになったエネルギーをお使いになったということですけれども、準備というか先ほど墨のことをおっしゃいましたけれども、準備には随分気を使いになるんですよね。
この墨色を出すために開会が決まって墨をすって、そして手ですって墨のすずりっていうするもの、道具も粗さを変えてすってます。それで本当は私今年大きな展覧会が2つあるんですけど、5月と8月にあるのに今日が終わらないとそれに本気に突入できないというんで、今日は本当にテンション上げました。
Well, yeah, now I ask her a question that, well, the performance itself is just a couple of minutes, but she actually prepares a long time in order to show you the best performance today. And I asked you how, she was prepared for this event, and she said, well, in order to show you a best performance, she was very careful in preparing this kind of ink. And she used different ink stones in order to come up with the best quality of the ink. And in fact, she is expecting 2 major exhibitions, one in May and one in August. She was so concentrated in this. Therefore, she was not able to make a preparation for those major events because she prioritized this event over those major exhibitions. ありがとうございます。では先生、最後に、この素晴らしいショートをして先生からの皆様へのメッセージをよろしくお願いします。
はい。では日本の広島にキアニスクラブに来てくださってありがとうございます。本当に桜は日本の象徴の木で、本当に私もクラブの一員として15年所属してますけど、このキアニスがますます発展していきますことを念じて気持ちこの作品を見ていただければと思います。
Well, I asked her her message to you all, and she said, well, welcome to Hiroshima and welcome to Japan. And also, my cherry blossom is welcoming you to this event because, you know, cherry blossom is a symbol of Japan. And I have been a member of Kiwanis for 15 years, and I hope that the future growth and the success of this organization. Thank you very much. どうも先生ありがとうございました。
One more big round for Miss Shunte Adachi. The famous character engraver and calligrapher. And we'll be leaving her canvas up on stage for a short while. And as the ink dries, the design of the character will change ever so slightly. So we look forward to seeing the actual result after it dries. Okay? Personally, I love calligraphy. I think it's one of the most wonderful cultural characteristics in Japan, and just seeing the way they stroke so elegantly and make it come out just in so many different forms. It's just really wonderful.
Yes, she's such a great artist, and as Japanese, I'm very, very proud of Japanese culture.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shunte.